Well, I'm Margaret Hell reporting for Infowars.com. I'm joined by Jack Berkman, and he is the attorney representing Mary Rich, the mother of murdered DNC staffer Seth Rich. Jack, thank you for joining the InfoWar. We're wanting to talk about what you think really happened to Seth and if his murder has any connection to the DNC leak, which I'm of the belief that it does. What's your opinion about this?
We have a lot of breaking news, Margaret. We have things just evolving. In the last 2 weeks, I have received two calls, one on either December 26th or 27th, the other one 2 days ago, 2 nights ago. Both of the callers essentially saying the same thing, and that is that they believe, and I believe these callers are credible, although more research needs to be done, that Seth had uncovered information that the Russians had done the hacking into the DNC, and that therefore Seth was killed by the Russians, and specifically the killings were ordered by Putin himself. So it is some level of breaking news. It is kind of the first step. Hopefully it's the first step in solving this case. Lots more to go. As I've said all along, it's you and the media who are important because you get this information out, and that's what we need.
I mean, Jack, just looking at this logically, though, isn't it a more plausible assumption, a more credible thought? The DNC had everything to gain by keeping any information secret. What do the Russians possibly have to gain by killing the DNC leaker? That just doesn't add for me.
Well, the Russians. Again, Margaret, it's hard to know. I'm not coming at this from any kind of an ideological perspective. I'm a Republican. Seth is a Democrat. My job for the family, representing the family, is getting to the truth, getting to the bottom of the matter through any means possible. That's what I do. Short answer is I really don't know why. Both of these callers suggested that Seth had discovered this information first, that he was in possession of this information long before anyone else, and that the Russians wanted him out of the way. They saw him as some kind of indispensable part of it all, and they saw him as a threat. We just don't know much more than that now. Both of these callers suggested to me that they would get back to me, and we are waiting.
What does his family think?
They don't know. We're all kind of in limbo right now. What we need is information. We need more information, and we need to drive this story forward. You know, the way these things work, Margaret, you have the first 2 people come forward, then the next 5 people come forward, then the next 10 people come forward after that, and you get closer to your answer. That's the way all of this works.
Right. Okay, but just walk me through this. So anybody looking at a murder investigation, Kathy Lanier was the DNC police chief at the time. She was quietly promoted to a cushy job in security, making 4 or 5 times her salary. I forget the exact number.
NFL.
At the NFL, notoriously corrupt organization. Didn't investigate his death at all. The DNC leaks, we've looked at them as reporters, breaking them down for literally weeks upon end. Looking at the motivation, it is my belief that Seth Rich was the DNC leaker. There's no question. And, there isn't a confirmation of that because Assange won't confirm who actually leaked the information to WikiLeaks. But it is the assumption that he actually leaked the information. Now, where the Russians come in, and this really, it gets under my skin because obviously I lived and worked in Russia, and knowing they don't have anything to gain from killing the source of a hack. Just looking at this from a reporter from my end, and the only people that have anything to gain would be the Democrats purporting this lie that Russia was involved in hacking our election and hacking the DNC.
You're asking all good, logical questions that any lawyer would ask. If you were an attorney presenting this case to a judge and jury, those are questions a lawyer would ask in terms of ascertaining motive. The short answer is I just don't know. All of this is in its infancy. We have no idea. What I need is more information. I think we have a good start. I think these guys are credible, and we're going to go from here.
Why did you put up the money? Do you really think somebody's going to come after that money and give you a source that you could?
I put up the money anticipating just a circumstance like we have now. Like, take these 2 people. Let's assume
crackpots calling you with anonymous tips.
Well, I've gotten calls from crackpots. Again, it is what it is. My belief, for whatever it's worth, I've been a lawyer 25 years. You can tell me whether you can take my word for whatever it's worth. I don't believe they are crackpots. However, when someone comes forward, they're going, when the person who knows how this happened eventually comes forward, they're probably going to have to get out of town. If they're in Washington, D.C. or wherever they are, they're going to have to skedaddle, or somebody's going to whack them. And that's why I put up this money, so that people coming forth would feel secure, and would feel comfortable and confident in having the resources to get out of the way.
Mm-hmm. Well, Jack, I know you've been in media a very long time. We understand the body count around the Clintons, and I, for one, believe that they are responsible in part, just my opinion, for a lot of that body count surrounding them, people asking the wrong questions.
Who knows? You may, in fact, be right. You and Alex Jones may be right. I mean, who knows? We have to, I'm not saying you are, I'm not saying you aren't. I'm a lawyer. My mind works in terms of evidence. My only purpose here today is to present this evidence to you. I want to get this story out there so you have two guys come forward, then the next two come forward, then the next five come forward. That's how these cases work.
Did you talk to them directly, Jack, or was this through a...
Oh, no, they called me.
Were they American citizens?
Yes. Well, who knows? They have no discernible trace of an accent. They appear to, for whatever my judgment is worth, once again, to be Native American speakers of English.
Okay.
And that's all I know.
Okay. Okay, so the DNC, do they even care? I mean, are you working with the DNC, with Donna Brazile, with anyone?
I talked to Donna Brazile a bunch of times, actually. She's been helpful. I mean, I think she genuinely wants to help. I think she's working now. I don't know the details. The Nebraska Democratic Party is going to put some money up, I think, enhancing the reward. I look for the reward to soon be over $250,000. It's a lot of money. And that's a very positive thing. I think they've been helpful.
Right.
I'm in the other party, Margaret. Look, I'm in the other party. We're on the other side of the fence. I'm over where your guy Alex Jones is, but this could have happened to any one of my staff. I have young Republicans, young Democrats, young independents work for me. People of all shapes, sizes, creeds, colors, ideologies. It's not about one party or the other. Right. This could have happened to any one of us. That's why I'm involved. I don't want it to happen to any of us.
I mean, look, Jack, this isn't coming from an ideological standpoint. This is coming from a human standpoint. Everybody wants to know who killed Seth Rich and why specifically. Right. And I have a difficult time believing. I lived 4 blocks from where he was murdered in Washington, D.C. for years. Oh. I have a hard time believing, with all of the security cameras on every inch, on every corner of every building in that area, why there wasn't a single camera that picked up him being murdered. I have a serious problem with that.
One piece, you may know this, you've studied this. We have one piece of footage that shows, that's where we learned there were 2 people involved. Right. We have the pant legs in the scuffle. We have some noise, some of it audible, some of it not. There's not a lot there. We've been over this again. The police were helpful with this. There's just, sadly, all we really have is the one piece of video, and it's brief.
Why do you think the police declared it a robbery?
Oh, who knows? The police, any metropolitan police department, not just ours, wants to be done with these cases if they can't solve them quickly, because they become political and public relations.
Do you think that they were pressured to be done with them?
Oh, pressured.
This one in particular?
Right now, they're probably being pressured to keep it going because the mayor is worried about re-election. I'm sure they're pressured to keep this whole thing going. Mm-hmm. These cases go into the cold case file fast. I think because of my involvement, my job is to keep the pressure on them and keep the media pressure and media focus on this.
Jack, who are you for viewers who may not recognize you, and what's motivating you?
Viewers who wouldn't recognize Margaret? You mean they're viewers who wouldn't recognize? Dear Lord. Oh, I'm an attorney and a lobbyist in Washington. I host a radio show called Behind the Curtain.
But for people who want to know why you're doing this, Jack, I guess that's my question. Not who are you and your credentials, but who are you in terms of, you mentioned you're a Republican. What vested interest do you have in even, representing the Rich family?
Margaret, this is one of those rare instances where somebody's actually telling you the truth. Can you believe it? Mm-hmm. I stand by what I said. I'm doing this because it could have happened to any one of us. It could have happened to any one of the young people who work for me. Okay. We're all in one big political fraternity. It's one nation. Gotcha. It's one nation. Democratic Party. They're not the enemy. They're just the loyal opposition in the United States. This is one country. We're not supposed to hate the Democrats.
Jack, I hate to cut you off. That's an excellent point. We are out of time. I am joined by Jack Berkman, the attorney representing the family of the murdered DNC staffer, Seth Rich.
Thank you, Margaret.
Wars are not cheap, and a lot of revolutionaries rob banks, you name it, to fund themselves. But I'm a restorationist, and I believe in Americana. I believe in the Renaissance. That's why I harp on it constantly. And so we fund our operation by bringing you the very best game-changing, tip-of-the-spear products that are out there. And for us, things like game-changing, tip-of-the-spear, that's not rhetoric. That's why on major third-party sites, we get 4.7, 4.8, 4.9 reviews that nobody else gets by the thousands. Because we go out and do the research, the same ideas, the same research, the same technology, the same sources that we use to dominate the globalists politically and try to free this republic in the world, we apply to the products we bring you. And that's why we are now announcing a new special to kick off 2017 to make our bodies great again. Now, a lot of the nutraceuticals that we offer, over 25 that we've developed, have sold out. I think 7 or 8 have sold out. More are coming in hopefully in the next few weeks, but they've got to be produced at the highest strictures, even past California standards, which is almost impossible to do. That's the whole point of it, is to stop supplements. But we go to that standard. But we've got a whole bunch of the products that are still available right now, and I want to extend to all of you those specials to make our bodies great again, because our bodies are our temples. And look, I've never claimed to be some beach boy. I was like that 20 years ago. I dedicated myself to working out, and I was in great shape. I'm dedicated to fighting the globalists, gained a lot of weight. But I've lost over 60, 70 pounds of fat. I've probably gained 20, 30 pounds of muscle. I've actually tried to not even do that, but that's what's happened. Now, it's important to understand, when I get up here and tell people my views on this, I'm not lecturing you. I'm the worst about not even taking my own products, even though I know DNA Force is medical grade, Japanese developed, bio-PQQ, you name it, 170 plus studies. We can make claims on this. This thing is like the holy grail, basically, of nerve regrowth, detoxification, antioxidant. I've got this at my fingertips at cost. I forget to take it. I forget to give it to my kids. I forget to, push it on my parents. This is God's gift to us through nature. Well, guess what? DNA Force is coming back in. It's discounted. Now, in the next few weeks, a lot of these products that have sold out are coming back in. A lot of the products we have left, we still have some supplies of and will sell out soon, but I'm continuing to offer giant sales. Brain Force, our incredible nootropic, 20% more now in each bottle, 30% off. Super Male Vitality, 30% off. Secret 12, 20% off. Liver Shield, 20% off. Survival Shield X2, 30% off. Knockout, the amazing sleep aid, I love it, take it every day, 20% off. Prostagard, 20% off. And many others at InfoWarsLife.com. You are literally energizing this operation against the globalists, so I want to, again, salute you all and ask you to go check out the amazing specials we've got running right now for 2017 in the month of January. Make our bodies great again.